Hi guys, today we're going to talk about my exit strategy out of crypto. We've been preparing for this day and for months now, right? For weeks to months. And patience is so important and now it's paying off. So we're going to go over the total crypto market cap. We're going to go over Bitcoin dominance today and Bitcoin itself. Of course, none of this is financial advice. It's all my own opinion. I recommend you do even more research after watching this video. So this is what I think is going to play out. Okay. Let me just put this down. This may be a longer video, so grab your coffee. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday so far. So you can see this is the total crypto market cap right here. So this is all of crypto. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Jasmy, Dogecoin, XRP, all the coins out there. And you can see that it has climbed significantly. From January 2023, we were at a $748 billion market cap. That was about 2.5 years ago. This was before the ETFs. This was before everything, all the bullishness that has happened. And we have climbed all the way up to a $3.67 trillion market cap, which is great. You can also see that we have been consistently making higher lows, which is bullish. We're creating new structure in these points right here, which is a great sign. You can see we're also breaking out right now with this candle. So the next area that I'm really looking for, if we just look at Fibonacci alone, you could see that I took it from this high wick all the way to this low wick. And the next area is the 1.618 level, which is a $4.6 trillion market cap. So I've said repeatedly on videos that I think this is the worst case scenario for this cycle right here. So just be aware of this area. Okay. 4.6 trillion is this Fibonacci level. If we look at this right here from the old high, this was back in November 2021. That was like the top basically of the 2021 cycle. And I bring it all the way to the low, which the low was technically in December 2022 at 764 billion. You can see that 1.618 level is 4.4 trillion. So guys, this is pretty simple right here, that 4.4 to 4.6 trillion is an area where it might be smart to take some profit out of all crypto. Now, I'm not talking catching the top of Jasmy. I'm talking about of my entire portfolio. What I will be doing is once we reach a 4.4 to 4.6 trillion dollar market cap, I will be skimming money, well, crypto into cash. Okay. So here's an example. I'm bullish right now. I'm not touching anything. I'm all in on crypto. Okay. But once we get to this level right here, this Fibonacci level, might be a good idea to maybe sell 25% of my bag. Okay. You got to do what you want to do. Now, can we go higher? Of course. So the next areas I would look for is about a $6 trillion market cap. I really think this cycle could get us to about 6 to maybe 7 trillion, but this is really the zone I'm looking for. I don't think it's going to go all the way up to a $10 trillion market cap. Now, some people are calling for $10.4 trillion market cap. That'd be a full Fibonacci retracement. I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to tell you why. So if we look at the RSI now, we could see that we are probably going to create some massive negative divergence. This is a monthly time frame, by the way. You can see last time this happened with the lower high and the higher high right here. What happened? We ended up selling off from 3.7 trillion all the way down to 2.3 trillion. That's a lot of red days. Okay. Your crypto bag was not doing the best during this time. And this was all the way from December 2024 to about April. Okay. So that could happen again in this area where we get up here, we sell off for a little bit, maybe a month or two, and then we push the 6 trillion. That ultimately might be an idea. The reason I think this is when this gets up to here to 4.4 to 4.6 trillion, this will make a higher high and the RSI would make a higher low or a lower high. Okay, so bearish, just like it did here. So you want to watch this RSI. If it closes on a monthly time frame below 71, you already know it's probably a good idea to take profit. So you want to be watching the monthly, the weekly, and the daily time frame. Of course, guys, if you want guidance from me, you actually want to meet one-on-one, and we'll break down your portfolio. I'll meet with you for 30 minutes over Zoom. You can join my Patreon. The links are down below. Join the gold tier, and we will meet every month for 30 minutes. If you want more access to me, you want to actually text me and do more Zoom webinars every month, make sure you join the echelon tier. Now you can do this month. I mean, I think it's really important right now for July. I would definitely book a time with me for July. Then you can cancel in August if you don't think this is valuable anymore. But definitely take advantage if you want to. Links are down below. So that's what I'm looking for right now. The RSI to come up here. and create some negative divergence. Now, let's look at my other indicator, the MACD. We have a cross right here. So I've always taught people you got to get in before the cross on a weekly time frame. This is a monthly. But again, we have a solid month, a couple more days where this is in a downtrend also. You can see that every time it rolls over, it's lower. So I really do think like July is the month, and then it might be time to take some profit and walk away for a little bit. Okay, don't get greedy. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give you is don't get greedy. Now, looking at this, you could see, oh, excuse me, that was the stochastic right here. This is the MACD. So the MACD is also pointing up. So again, at the end of the month, this is going to decide where this is going to go. I would think that we're going to be at a hump like this, right? So we want to sell these humps. Okay, so you want to prepare. Probably the next 3 weeks to 4 weeks is going to be the time to take profit in crypto. It's just my honest opinion. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense with the total crypto market cap. If it does, make sure you drop a like. Now, looking at the Bitcoin dominance, at the same time as this goes up to a $4.5 trillion market cap, let's say, I believe the dominance will crash down. And it's going to be interesting to see if the dominance actually crashes down to my first target of about 60 to 61%. Because right now we're at 64.44%. We have a lot of traffic in this area that I'm looking for. Let me make this bigger for you so you guys can see. We've been talking about this. If you're a Patreon member, you know we've been locked in on this, the negative divergence that's been playing out. We have the MACD crossing bearish right here with the stochastic crossing bearish. We have a couple more weeks, guys. So for me, this is it, right? This is the next couple of weeks where you're going to see a lot of gains in your portfolio if you hold the right cryptos. You know, be smart about it. Take profit. Start selling a little bit. You know, do what you want to do. But this is what I'm doing. I'm just sharing with you what my plan is. Okay, so I still have a target of this. But ultimately down here would be great. The 786 level, 57 to 58%. That's going to be definitely a take profit area for myself. And then don't forget, we do have Bitcoin right here. It's made a new all-time high today, actually, which is great. And it's pushing past this old resistance that happened on July 11th. Okay, so my target for this is at least 130 to 132,000. You can see the RSI is just pumping right now at 75 on a daily time frame. It is getting pretty overbought, so you want to be aware of this. But don't forget, guys, the cycle top, we do have an indicator. I'll show you on the weekly, but you can also pull this up on a daily. And when these lines touch, hopefully y'all can see this. Okay. When this green line up here and this white line under here, when they touch, it's time to sell Bitcoin. That's the top. Now, Bitcoin looks very bullish right now because we have a stochastic crossing up right here on a weekly. So this can last. This can last for weeks, guys. Like you saw once we got up here before, it lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Bitcoin climbed. So Bitcoin can climb even higher. You know, the 130 to 132 range is just the next Fibonacci level. But then we have these levels, 141 to 148. So this is my take profit zone. I do hold Bitcoin. I'm going to plan to take profit at each Fibonacci level. Okay, I'm bullish on Bitcoin in the long term, but I think it's smart to take profit at these areas because Bitcoin is going to come down again one day. Okay, so when you're feeling really good, your portfolio is going up massively every single day, probably a good idea to take some profit. But this is really where I'm at, guys. You know, over the next couple of weeks, I think it's going to be really good for crypto, but make sure you have a good exit strategy. If, again, you want to Zoom with me, you can set that up through Patreon. Check it out today. If you want to lock in the next year, I'm giving you 12% off. If you don't want to meet one-on-one, you can go to my Patreon and go to the perfect exit strategy. It is for $70 or $80. You could buy that course. It's a 20 to 30-minute video. Watch it today, lock in, practice, and I think you'll be okay. With that, guys, hope you have